Gray trousers, the orange jerseys today. Blue numerals and lettering. Blue ball caps in the orange AU. Alabama, the all whites with the camo caps. 2-2. Ware fouled off a high fastball.
Pretty good idea. 2-2 pitch. Knows Bryson likes to go after fastballs. He's done a better job of laying off the sliders, tried to get him to chase high.
He chokes up on a 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Inside, ball 3. Like Irish in the on-deck circle. Three-two pitch. Jam shot, fouled back here, and that'll get out of play. Auburn 34-20-1. Tigers finished 17-13 in the league. Alabama 39-18, 16-14 in league play. 3-2. Ground ball to the shortstop on 2 hops to Jim Jarvis. 2 first, and McMillan sets down Auburn in order in the first inning. Alabama comes to the plate in the first. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
It's always a good day when we get to talk with Casey Cooper.
After elbow surgery, I really focused on my hitting and broke my swing down because I was released to do that sooner. And that's when I started becoming known as a hitter. And so a couple people invested in me hitting and really took my swing to the next level. And so unfortunately, during that time, that's prime recruiting time, is sophomore season when I was out. And that's really hard to get a scholarship at that time. So I could go to Auburn for a full academic scholarship, and engineering was always a big thing for me. And so I actually signed on a $200 softball scholarship because I wanted a signing party.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
Well, nothing doing for Auburn in the top of the first, so Connor Copeland goes to work here in the bottom against Jarvis, Seidel, and Pinckney. The defense behind Connor Copeland, Chris Stanfield in left, Kason Howell in center, and Bobby Pierce in right. Along the infield, it's Bryson Ware at third, Cole Foster at short, Brody Wortham starting at second base, and Cooper McMurray at first. Carter Wright behind the plate, 7th start this year for Wright, and Connor Copeland on the mound for the Tigers. It is his 6th start, 16th appearance on the year. Copeland is 4-1, a 7.18 earned run average, 36 1/3 innings pitched, 48 hits, 29 earned runs. He's walked 12 and struck out 37. Teams have hit .322 this year against Connor Copeland. Most of that damage was done in the first half of the season. However, he has turned in some really shining outings for Auburn over the last 4 weeks. Copeland will get Jarvis, Seidel, and Pinckney here in the bottom of the first for Alabama.
Connor had an ERA above 10 when he did not make the roster for the Alabama series. It has dropped over 3 points since then, and he is 3-0 in relief and as a starter. And he will get Jim Jarvis to lead it off here in the first. The brother of the former Auburn second baseman, Luke Jarvis, batting .289 with 6 homers, 28 runs batted in. Stretch in the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike at 88 from Connor Copeland. Jarvis, Seidel, and Pinckney for Alabama in the first. Stretch and the 0-1. Jarvis swings and misses. He was out in front, 0-2.
Seen the fastball and the change, both located well. A good start for Copeland.
Jarvis chokes up a great deal with 2 strikes. Opens up his stance a little bit too. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Jammed, and he fouled it off the left side above the Auburn dugout and into the stands. Auburn down the third baseline in the visiting dugout today. Stretch and the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. That's Brody Wortham, who flips to first for the out.
Well, nothing but strikes there from Connor Copeland in the at-bat. He got ahead, forced Jarvis to get into more of a defensive swing mode, And Wortham, with just his 4th start of the year, and the first ball of the day comes right to him.
Got him with an off-speed pitch. He was out on the front foot, and he grounded out to Wortham at second base. Here's Tommy Seidel. Seidel delivered a 3-run double in the top of the 11th yesterday that looked like it was going to give Alabama a thrilling win. First pitch from Copeland misses a little bit low. That feeling of euphoria quickly dissipated when Florida scored 4 times in the bottom of the 11th, including a 3-run walk-off homer. 1-0. Seidel, high fly ball, deep left field. Back at the warning track, and that is gone. Tommy Seidel's 9th home run of the year, and Alabama breaks on top 1-0.
Well, his last 2 swings have just been rockets. The wind is blowing in from left field, so he had to get a little extra juice. The TrackMan has that at 409 feet to left center field.
Pitch was left up and over the heart of the plate. Ninth home run for Seidel. Now here's Andrew Pinckney with 1 out. Pitch on the way. Fastball in there for a strike. 1-0 Alabama. We're in the bottom of the first. Stretch and delivery. Pinckney takes it low and appeal to first. He did not go around. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Now the 1-1. Maybe inside. 2 balls and a strike. Carter Wright behind the plate for Auburn today. Two balls and a strike to Pinckney. Stretched by Copeland, the pitch. Chopper foul. Down the third baseline. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Andrew Pinckney. Batting .351 with 16 homers and 52 runs batted in. He hit a home run that gave Alabama the lead for good in their first round to win here. Pitch. Fouled off at the plate, 2-2.
Alabama did not hit a home run in the regular season series against Auburn. All 3 games they were kept in the ballpark. They homered in every remaining game in the regular season.
Now Pinckney 16, Williamson 15, Shelton 21. Now Seidel with 9. The pitch again fouled off by Pinckney. Temez has 5, Johnson was 6, Gassetti was 7, Rose was 6.
Now, all of them 5 or more, most of them 6 or more.
Everybody in the lineup. 2-2 pitch to Pinckney. This down and in. One nothing Alabama on the solo homer by Tommy Seidel. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the first. Copeland comes set, and the 3-2. Pinckney out in front of the changeup. Strikeout for Connor Copeland. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. 2 down.
Love the confidence to throw the changeup at 3-2. Pinckney, the freshman, probably thinking, well, he's got to throw me a fastball here, so I'm going to sit on it. He was way out in front.
2 down for Drew Williamson. First baseman batting .311 with 15 homers. First pitch, strike on the outside corner. 15 homers, 56 runs batted in for Williamson. This is really an impressive offensive lineup up and down for Alabama. 0-1, missed outside. We came out of that series, and Butch Thompson, you know, Auburn lost 2 of 3. He said, if you'd have told me we would hold this team without a home run, I'd have told you we were going to win the series every single time.
Yep.
Oh, 1-1. Williamson lines it right side. That's trouble. That's on a hop to the wall. Williamson around first base, digs for second. It's a 2-out double. 5th double of the year for Drew Williamson.
1-1 pitch, and a rope down near the corner in right field. Pierce did everything he could do to get there in time, but it 3-hopped the wall, and too much open space there. Williamson with a 2-bagger.
And that brings Colby Shelton to the plate. .296 his average, 21 homers, 44 runs batted in. The pitch to him. Fly ball into center. Kason Howell in, now to his right. And the inning comes to a close. A run on 2 hits, no errors, a man left for Alabama. We're through 1 at the Hoover Met. Alabama 1, Auburn nothing. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie. Cook's Pest Control.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power, proud to support the Auburn Tigers.
Garrett McMillan's take to a 1-0 lead. Alabama a home run and a double in the bottom of the first. Crimson Tide 1-0 lead. With Irish, Pierce, and McMurray coming to the plate for Auburn. McMillan 15 pitches in the first inning. The winner moves on to play around 6:30-ish.
Yeah, somewhere
tomorrow
around there.
Against the loser of tonight's game between Vanderbilt and Florida.
Just block out 5 o'clock to like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, you're right.
Tomorrow night.
Auburn to the plate in the second. Of course, the second inning presented by Auburn Bank, champions of you. Ike Irish will lead it off for Auburn here in the second against Garrett McMillan, who winds and fires. And Irish tried to bunt his way on, tried to send it up the third base line and fouled it back. Shelton, the third baseman, playing back. If Irish gets the ball down, he has a good chance to beat it out.
He stays back at third as well.
Yep.
If you try it again or try to go up the first base side.
0-1 pitch to Ike. Strike call on the outside corner. Quickly 0-2 to the Auburn DH. Wind and delivery. Fouled it back. He was out in front. Even on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, he was out in front.
That was riding up and in on him.
0-2 pitch to Ike. Got him swinging with the curveball.
Auburn's in between its swings right now. He was very early on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, and he decided late to swing at the breaking ball. Swung over the top of it.
2 strikeouts for McMillan, and here is Bobby Pierce. 1 for 6 in the tournament.
High strike's going to be there today, isn't it?
Well, it appears to be in the bottom or the top of this inning, that's for sure. 0-1 to Pierce. Swing, ground ball to Jarvis. Fields and throws, 2 quickly gone for Auburn. And Cooper McNally to the plate for Auburn with 2 outs and nobody on for the Tigers. Cooper is 1 for 7 in the tournament. A couple runs scored at an RBI. Batting .283 with 14 homers. Pitch, swing and a miss out in front. One nothing Alabama. 2 outs, nobody on for Auburn. We're in the top of the second. Now the 0-1. Inside to McMurray. A ball and a strike to the Auburn first baseman. Second in homers, third in runs batted in this season for the Auburn staff. 1-1. Ball 2.
You can effectively lay off the slider out of the strike zone. It opens up a lot of possibilities.
2-1 to Cooper. Missed outside, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike to McMurray. Here's the wind in the pitch. He walked.
42nd walk of the year drawn by McMurray.
So a 2-out walk to McMurray, and here's Kaysen Howell. Kaysen 1 for 7 in the tournament. The pitch to him. Fastball on the corner for a strike. McMurray with the lead at first. He's there with 2 down. Stretch and the pitch. Kaysen chops it through the left side. It's a base hit for Kaysen Howell, Auburn's first base hit of the day. Bouncing ball just past Colby Shelton. And Auburn has runners at first and second with 2 outs here in the second inning.
Really good swing by Kaysen Howell. The pitch, it was a slider. It was a breaking ball that was down, and Kaysen had to lean out a little bit. Got over the top of it a little bit, but still had enough strength to pull it through that left side.
Kaysen playing in his 244th career game today. Pitch on the way to Brody Wortham, misses high and outside. Let me double check that note. I think Kaysen now is tied for Auburn's career lead in games played. Pitch on the way. Strike call to Wortham. 1-1 the count. A ball and a strike to count. Runners at first and second, 2 outs for Auburn. The pitch on the way. Wortham takes it inside, 2-1. McMurray at second and Howell at first. 2 down in the inning. 2-1 the count. Wortham. Swing, lines it down the first base line. It's fair. McMurray will score. Howell is on his way to third. Auburn ties it on a single to right by Brody Wortham.
A right-handed hitter going opposite field down the right field line. It is a recipe for success. A 2-1 pitch. He got ahead in the count, forced McMillan to throw him a strike. Brody didn't miss it. What a job capitalizing on the start here to tie the ball game, with all of this happening after 2 were out.
Yeah, he struck out Irish and got Pierce to ground out. Then a walk to McMurray, a single by Howell, and a single to right by Wortham. And now runners are at the corners with 2 outs. And here is Carter Wright. High, ball 1.
And getting your number 9 hitter to the plate in the second means, even if nothing else, you turn that lineup over again going to the third.
Tied at 1, we're in the top of the second. Runner throw to first, and Wortham is back.
Big hole on the right side for Wright if Carter wants to try to shoot one that way.
Pitch on the way. Ooh. Strike call, 1-1. Howell at third and Wortham at first. We're tied at 1 in the top of the second. Stretch and the pitch. Outside. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Two balls and a strike to Carter Wright. Stretch and delivery. Upstairs, ball 3, an appeal to first. He did not go. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 pitch. Strike call. 3-2 now the count to Wright. Wortham will be off with the pitch. From first, McMillan stretches. Here comes the pitch. Ball 4, he walked him and the bases are loaded. When he has missed in this inning, Brad, he has missed up.
He has, and he's frankly gotten the benefit of a couple of high strike calls that weren't automatics. And Auburn can take advantage of that the second time through if he continues to miss high. It all started with the at-bat by Cooper McMurray. He laid off a couple of sliders down and in to take the count from 0-1 to 2-1. And from that point, Auburn has had the leverage in every at-bat since.
Kaysen Howe, by the way, has tied Auburn's career games played record, tying the great Jay Wagner with 246 games played at Auburn. Jay at Auburn from 92 to 95. When he left Auburn, not only did he have the games played record, but he had the SEC hits record, the SEC record for hits.
Yeah.
From here in Vestavia. Now the bases are loaded for Chris Stanfield. 2 down in the inning. McMillan winds and fires. Outside, ball 1.
McMillan, prior to today, had only had 3 games where he had more than 1 walk in an outing, and he's walked a couple this inning.
1-0, there's a strike to Stanfield. Ball and a strike.
But if he can't locate the other pitches for called strikes, it's going to force him into mostly fastballs.
1-1 fouled back by Stanfield, a ball and 2 strikes.
He's thrown back-to-back heaters here to get ahead of Stanfield, but Auburn, over the course of the outing by McMillan, can take advantage if they're taking away the secondary pitches.
1-2 pitch to Stanfield. Got him swinging with a high fastball, and the inning is over. Auburn mounts a rally, gets a run home. A run on 2 hits, no errors, 3 men left. We go to the bottom of the second. Auburn and Alabama tied at 1. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
AuburnTigers.com is the official website of Auburn Athletics. Read the latest feature stories on your favorite Tiger teams. Get critical game day info. Search videos and audio. Find how to get connected through social and digital media, or by joining Tigers Unlimited. Shop the AU Photo Store, or just find the next event on the athletic calendar. Plus, all athletics broadcasts are streamed free at AuburnTigers.com/watch. AuburnTigers.com, the official online home of Auburn Athletics.
Hey Tiger fans! LineX is proud to sponsor Auburn baseball and Protected Dugouts at Plainsman Park. LineX is your one-stop shop for truck accessories, spray-on bed liners, exterior automotive coatings, and more. Find anything you need to protect and personalize your truck or Jeep. From the first pitch to extra innings, LineX has you covered. Go to linex.com to learn more. War Eagle!
Bottom half of the second, Auburn and Alabama tied at 1. Dominic Temez, the former Tiger Ed Johnson, and Mac Gassetti to the plate for Alabama. Connor Copeland needed 18 pitches to get through the first. What Connor's got to keep that changeup down. The home run that Seidel hit was a changeup. It was just perfect for Seidel.
It was, and I don't know if he was sitting on the fastball and just adjusted. An elevated changeup can be as useful as an elevated fastball, depending on what you're.
Well, that's true, unless it's elevated right over the heart of the
plate.
Right,
and that's the key. He got the strikeout of Pinckney on a changeup that was elevated, but it was up and out.
All right, Dominic Temez will lead it off, the DH. Temez batting .281 with 5 homers and 32 runs batted in. Auburn with the shift on the left side of the infield. Stretching the pitch. Temez takes it low.
Well, A&M and South Carolina would have played 3.5 innings in the time it's taken us to go an inning and a half.
That's right. Copeland stretches and pitches. Temez fouls it off. 1-1 the count. Of course, A&M threw a 1-hit shutout. A run on 2 hits for these two teams as Alabama bats in the bottom of the second. The lefty Copeland comes set. 1-1 pitch. Temez takes a strike on the outside corner. Both of these teams are still learning the strike zone of Clint Fagan today.
That's diplomatically said.
Copeland peers in, gets his sign. Stretch on the 1-2. Didn't get the call on the inside corner. 2-2.
I'd have heard somebody in the crowd say good pitch.
Yeah, that may have come from the Auburn dugout.
Yeah.
That may have been Darren Schoenrock. 2-2 to Temez. Here comes the pitch. Temez up the middle for a base hit. How many times does that happen to Auburn? When you think you've got a strikeout, you don't get it. And the other team takes advantage of it. Single for Temez to lead off the second.
Yeah, that's defensive positioning working against Auburn there. Temez went against his tendency to pull. He still pulled it just to the left of the second base bag, but Foster had no shot because he was in a defensive pull position against the right-handed hitter.
And here is Ed Johnson, the second baseman, batting .333, 6 homers and 40 runs batted in. Stretch and the pitch home. Fouled back here. Leadoff single for Temez here in the second inning. McMurray at first, Wortham at second, Ware at third, Foster at short for the Auburn infield. With Wright behind the plate, pitch outside, a ball and a strike. Stanfield in left, Howell in center, and Pierce in right. And Connor Copeland on the hill. 1-1 the count to Ed Johnson. Stretch and delivery. It missed low, 2-1.
Another reason to keep it down is to maybe try to get a ground ball out of Johnson here.
Copeland comes set. 2-1 pitch. Johnson fouled it off into the glove of Carter Wright. 2-2.
You can get hitters in between their swings with the fastball changeup. His changeup is coming in at 79 or 80. Fastball 88 or 89.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Johnson. Stretch and the pitch. Fouled back. Left it up just a bit. Johnson fouled it out of the ballpark. Folks using their fans that have been handed out by the folks at Regions Bank today. 2-2 pitch. Up the right side, that'll get out of play. And the scurrying begins.
These are good 2-strike swings. Johnson's not trying to pull it. All of these foul balls have been back or to the right from the right-handed hitter.
2-2 pitch to Johnson from Copeland. Here it is. Again, off the right side, out of play.
Connor came after the inside corner that time. Still a little bit up, couldn't quite get it there.
A little bit of a hazy sky today, no clouds.
Yeah.
And wind blowing in from left right now. 2-2 pitch on the way. Got him swinging it, one down, a really nasty off-speed pitch by Copeland, his second strikeout. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one.
He had about 4 in a row that were belt high or above, and then that one dropped out of sight.
Dove. 1 out. Here is Matt Gassetti, the catcher. 7 homers, 28 runs batted in. Gassetti batting .258. Stretch and pitch, high with the fastball.
Plunged.
Nice, I like that. Temez at first. Pitch on the way. Fly ball into right. Actually right center, and Howell is there to make the catch. 2 outs. Watching the ball in the outfield, I'm still amazed at how quickly the Seidel home run got out of here today. I mean, he hit it into the wind, and it had no trouble exiting this ballpark.
When he hit it, the fan in me said, well, maybe the wind will push it back in. Maybe
Sure.
it's the old major league, too high, too high. No, not too high.
Here's Caden Rose, number 9 hitter, batting .237. The pitch, he fouls it back. 6 homers, 21 runs batted in. As we mentioned in the first, everybody in the 1 through 9 for Alabama has at least 5 home runs. Shelton with 21, Williamson with 15, and Pinckney with 16. They lead the charge. That misses low. A ball and a strike. 2 outs, a runner at first for Alabama. Tied at 1 in the bottom of the second. Stretch and delivery. High inside. 2 balls and a strike.
That was a bit of an overthrow by Copeland. His follow-through was staggered. He stumbled a little bit.
Temez at first, led off the inning with a single. He's still there with 2 down. Now the 2-1. Fouled right back here. Just to our right. Almost took out Chris Stewart and Roger Hoover. Roger was ready. Stewart was bailing. Yeah, he puts up the white flag to surrender. 2-2. Fly ball into center. Howell is there, can't get it, it's on a hop. And Temez will go to third base. And out of the top of the order for Alabama. Single to right by Caden Rose.
You know, Howell might have turned on the Jets late and attempted a diving catch there, but he's a veteran in center field. Nobody plays it better. And you trust his judgment, because if he misses it, a run scores.
Now Jim Jarvis to the plate. Grounded out to Wortham, back in the first. Runners are at the corners for Alabama. Copeland off the stretch. And a throw to first. And Rose is back. He is a threat. 9 of 10 in stolen bases this season. Lefty on lefty here. The pitch to Jarvis. Fly ball into shallow left. There's Chris Stanfield with the shades on and the hat off. And the inning comes to a close. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. 2 left. Good to put up a 0 after Auburn tied the game in the top of the second. We go to the third. Auburn and Alabama tied at 1. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Game day is full of ifs. Like if Auburn has another kick 6 up its sleeve. Who knows? But if you want the most convenient way to pay on the planes, get the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card. Tap to pay contactless card technology and Locket card controls give you what you need on game day or any day. To order your card, visit regents.com/GoTigers. Regents, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm Stuart Vance with the Vance Law Firm, and we're excited to be a proud partner of Auburn Athletics. This Auburn baseball season, the third inning of every home game is sponsored by the Vance Law Firm. We're located right here in Central Alabama and ready to work for you. If you've been injured in a car wreck, let the Vance Law Firm get you the compensation you deserve. Call us today for a free consultation. It's as easy as dialing 3 for me. 333-3333.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to look at termites.
We're tied at 1 going into the third inning. Garrett McMillan needed 15 pitches in the first and set the first 2 batters down in the top of the second. But then Auburn mounted a rally, got a run home, left the bases loaded. McMillan needed 27 pitches in the second inning, and as the third begins, Alabama's bullpen now becomes populated. Considering buying or selling property in Auburn, maybe a game day home or condo, get in touch with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Auburn's #1 real estate company. Visit comehomeToAuburn.com to start your search. Boy, wouldn't a game day home be nice this coming weekend when Auburn hosts an NCAA regional? Andy says with hope in his voice. Here's Cole Foster to lead it off. First pitch, fly ball to center. Out in front of that just a little bit. Rose comes in, makes the catch. And Foster quickly retired, and that's what McMillan needs in this inning. A quick pitch inning. One pitch and 1 out.
The 4 guys that went down for Alabama: Riley Quick, Braylon Myers, Hagan Banks, Hunter Hoops, all down to the bullpen now.
Here's Bryson Ware, the wind in the pitch. Bryson takes it low and outside. Grounded to Jarvis to end the Auburn first. 3 for 9 in the tournament. Pitch on the way. Bryson swings and slices it up the right side, but it's foul. Off of the ball boy down there, who is, good idea, wearing his helmet. Just tosses the ball out. 0-2 pitch. Ware swings and pops it into very shallow right. Johnson is out. Makes a last second adjustment, makes the catch. 2 down. Ware is 0 for 2, and here is Ike Irish. Irish 3 for 7, make that 3 for 8 in the tournament. Doubled twice in the 10-4 win over Missouri on Tuesday. Here's the wind and the pitch to Ike. Ground ball up the first baseline, foul by about 1.5 feet.
2 outs is where it all started last inning. They were able to get some patient at bats, but McMillan has gotten out in front of 2 of the 3 hitters in the inning.
Tied at 1, top of the third, 2 outs, nobody on for Auburn. The pitch to Ike, and he fouls it off the left side, 0-2. He struck out on 3 pitches in the second. He's behind 0-2 here in the third. McMillan winds and fires. Ike takes it down and in. A ball and 2 strikes to Irish.
I think that's the pitch he got Ike to swing and miss in the second inning for the strikeout.
1-2 pitch. Irish fouled it back. Tried to sneak a fastball by him, and Ike was able to get a piece of it.
That one in 89. It's been 90-91 throughout the day.
Another 1-2. Miss low. Blocked by the catcher, Gassetti. 2-2 the count. McMillan winds and the 2-2. Irish just reached down and spoiled a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, that was a slider diving down and in, and Ike was able to get his hands in and the bat down a little bit.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Ike Irish. McMillan peers in. Pitch clock is down to 7. Here's the wind and the pitch. Irish swings and misses. 3 up, 3 down for Auburn in the third. We're tied at 1. Alabama to the plate. 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming to face Connor Copeland. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
I'm Stuart Vance with the Vance Law Firm, and we're excited to be a proud partner of Auburn Athletics. This Auburn baseball season, the third inning of every home game is sponsored by the Vance Law Firm. We're located right here in Central Alabama and ready to work for you. If you've been injured in a car wreck, let the Vance Law Firm get you the compensation you deserve. Call us today for a free consultation. It's as easy as dialing 3 for me. 333-3333.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. That's why we make trucks like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 years straight and counting. Made for performance and capability, made to play hard and work smart, on and off-road. That's because they're built Ford tough. So be future ready with Ford F-Series, based on 1977 to 2022 calendar year total sales.
We move to the bottom of the third. Auburn and Alabama tied at 1. Third inning presented by the Vance Law Firm. At the Vance Law Firm, they say, dial 3 for me. 334-333-3333. With Brad Law, I'm Andy Bertram, Quinn Burkeen in our Skyview Auburn studios. Auburn has played the late night game on Tuesday and then into this morning. We didn't get back to the hotel till about 1 o'clock each day.
Yep.
And turn right around and playing in game 2 today.
I think it's the toughest turnaround that any team faces in the tournament.
Yeah, you never play the late game and then play the first game the next day.
Right.
It was a quick breakfast, a quick talk by Butch Thompson. He let them go back, get a little more rest before they came to the ballpark today. Here's Tommy Seidel, who homered in the first. Pitch. Fastball for a strike. Good pitch from Copeland.
Definitely got to keep it down against Seidel. Going to keep it down in general against the Alabama team.
Stretch and delivery. Strike 2 on the inside corner.
He tried to land that spot once or twice before in the game and didn't get the call. Placed it well that time.
0-2 the count to Seidel. Copeland comes set. Here's the pitch. High and outside, a ball and 2 strikes. Seidel, 6'1", 220, redshirt senior from Wesley, Massachusetts. A transfer from Harvard. One-two pitch. Fly ball into right. Pierce coming on. Wortham is out, and Wortham lets it drop. Runner goes to second base, and he's safe. Man, oh man! It's a double for Seidel.
And no communication there. Wortham getting just his 4th start of the season at second base. That's probably his ball, but he didn't go out and feel comfortable or confident enough in it to call it. And Pierce, who had a longer route to the ball, didn't feel confident enough to make the call, and therefore nobody made the call.
Well, you got to make that play against this ball club. Here's Pinckney, a strikeout victim in the first. The pitch. Fouled it off. Just about every mistake Auburn made defensively last night and into this morning, Vanderbilt took advantage, whether it was a walk or an error.
Yeah, both errors contributed to runs, and 5 of the 6 runs that scored for Vandy reached by walks or errors.
Here's the 0-1 outside. The ball to end a strike to Pinckney.
That doesn't go in the books as an error, but it's a misplay defensively for sure.
1 ball and 1 strike to count to Pinckney. Stretch and delivery. Swing and a miss. Ball and 2 strikes.
Connor was able to work around a leadoff single last inning. Have to do it again with a man in scoring position immediately for Alabama here. Alabama's 5 for 11 in the game so far.
Here's the 1-2. Fly ball to center. Howell breaking back. Shy of the warning track. Now on the track, makes the catch. And Seidel goes to third with 1 out.
Ball had a little carry to it.
Sure did. And now Drew Williamson to the plate. Williamson singled in the first, double in the first. Stranded at second. Stretch and pitch, fouls it off. It's a lefty on lefty matchup here. Stretch and delivery. Fly ball into right. Pierce is underneath it, makes the catch. Seidel will tag. There's the catch. Seidel trying to score. Here comes the throw. He safe.
Oh! He slid in under the tag, says Clint Fagan. Auburn can't believe it. The throw beat him. The throw, without question, beat him there. The question is just whether Seidel was able to slide under Wright's tag, and they'll review it.
Great throw by Pierce.
Sure was. The tag was up a little bit, up on the body.
I think it would be tough to overturn. The throw was there. And he's safe.
Yeah.
Brody did not get over to make the tag.
Yeah,
Carter.
Yeah. And therefore, the tag was applied up around the hip.
And Auburn gives the run to Alabama right there. Seidel never should have been on base. It's a sacrifice fly for Williamson, his 57th run batted in. Bobby did everything he could there, but Wright just didn't get the tag down. We're waiting for the official word. Here it is. And that's the right call, friends. Seidel never should have been on base. And that's what stings even more.
And so that's a play that Auburn could have made on both ends, keeping Seidel off base in the first place, and then the throw was absolutely on the money. If Wright's tag is lower, Auburn gets him.
Now Colby Shelton with 2 outs and nobody on. Alabama back on top 2-1. Stretch by Copeland, the pitch. Outside low, 1-0 the count. Stretch by Copeland and the 1-0. A little bit in, Shelton tried to deke like he was hit by the pitch. 2-0 the count. 2 outs, nobody on for Alabama. A run home for the Crimson Tide. Go up 2-1. The pitch. Shelton lines it through the left side for a base hit.
2-0. Copeland fell behind. And gave up the middle part of the plate.
Yeah. That'll bring Darren Schoenrock out. Auburn's bullpen is occupied. There's nobody throwing right now. It's not as though Copeland has pitched poorly by any stretch.
Right.
Auburn should be out of this inning going to the fourth and a tie ball game.
And now going forward, you get a really pesky hitter in Tamez. And now the bullpen will get occupied.
Tanner Bauman heads to the Auburn pen.
Well, you're still very early in the ball game. If you can get Tamez here, you're out of the inning without any further damage. It's a one-run game, just as it was going to the second. That's the key against this Alabama team. They like to string together at-bats and put up big numbers. If you can keep straight numbers on the board, then stay in the fight.
2 down, Tamez at the plate. He singled through the left side in the second inning. He bats with 2 outs and a runner at first. Stretch and delivery. Strike call in the inside corner. Connor now at 47 pitches. Stretch and the pitch. This low and away, blocked by Wright. The ball and strike. Stretch and the 1-1 down and in. Copeland comes set. Here's the 2-1. Ground ball to Foster. His play will be to first, and the inning comes to a close. A run on 2 hits, so there's a man left. We're through 3. Alabama 2, Auburn 1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Attention business owners, stop throwing your hard-earned money away on rent. Imagine owning your own building and saving thousands every year. Sound impossible? Not if you use General Steel. General Steel can help you save thousands by owning your own custom-designed building. Just call 888-74-STEEL. That's 888-74-STEEL to see how much money you can save with General Steel. Our buildings come with a 50-year warranty, and thousands of companies, from Fortune 500 corporations to startups, have trusted the General with their building needs.
If you need to expand or start a new business, you really need General Steel.
I'm very impressed with General Steel. Everyone's been extremely helpful. I'd recommend General Steel to anyone looking to build a steel building.
Stop wasting money on rent. Call 888-74-STEEL. That's 888-74-STEEL to find out about all our popular quick construction kits, including a 40 by 60 foot building or a 50 by 100 clear span building. Just call 888-747-8335 now. That's 888-74-STEEL.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
In the fourth, Auburn will send Pierce, McMurray, and Howell to the plate. Tigers trail 2-1. To take you through the middle 3 innings, here is Brad Law.
All right, Andy, thank you very much. Pierce, McMurray, and Howell, 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the order against Garrett McMillan. McMillan, 53 pitches. He ran into some trouble in the second, walked 2. Auburn put together some hits. In fact, McMurray, Howell, Wortham, and Wright all reached at the bottom of the order. Auburn left them loaded in that second inning. And then McMillan came back and retired the side in order in the third. So it is the second time through against him. Throw goes down to second. And we'll see if the guys in orange can get anything going against the Alabama starter here in the fourth. Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. With a spacious cancer center, patients can make cancer a distant memory instead of a distant drive. That's why East Alabama Health is Auburn's home field advantage. Bobby Pierce hits from the right side. McMillan goes to work against him. A fastball grounded back up the middle, fielded by the pitcher. McMillan reached down, slapped his glove on the ground to make the catch, and very quickly, one is out here in the top of the fourth. 1 pitch, 1 out for a second straight inning for the Alabama starter. And now McMurray, who started a 2-out rally in the second inning. He drew a walk and came around to score on Brody Wortham's RBI single. The pitch. It's an off-speed pitch that's in for strike 1 to Cooper. 1 run on 2 hits for Auburn, 2 runs on 6 hits for Alabama. The pitch is a strike at the knees, fastball at 89. And just like that, McMillan's out in front 0-2. And he's ready. McMillan's just ready on McMurray to stand back in the delivery. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Now here's Kason Howell, too quickly, with 2 out and nobody on here in the top of the 4th. Both of Auburn's hits were 2-out hits in the 2nd inning. Alabama has 3 2-out hits. Howell swings and loops the first pitch back and just to the right, out of play. Nothing in 1. Nothing but strikes here in the 4th inning for McMillan, the senior from Tuscaloosa. Holds the glove in front of his face. Hesitation. He's been working so quickly, and now he's slowed down the pace on purpose. Pitch clock at 6. He hits it 4, and now he steps off. So maybe that wasn't on purpose. Trying to get on the same page with his catcher, Gassetti. And they call him for a pitch clock violation and put a ball on the board. It's 1-1 to Howell. Now the pitch. Fastball lifted foul right side out of play. It's 1-2. 2-1 Alabama, top of the 4th inning, elimination game at the SEC tournament. The wind and the delivery to Howell. Bouncing ball, left side, gloved belt high by Shelton. He throws, and that's a quick inning for McMillan. Alabama. Auburn's retired in order again. 7 in a row retired by the Alabama starter. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning with Auburn trailing 2-1. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Auburn football returns to Jordan-Hare Stadium on September 2nd. Head coach Hugh Freeze begins his first campaign against the UMass Minutemen. Secure your tickets at aubtix.com.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. In fact, the CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
Bottom third due up for Alabama. Auburn trailing the Crimson Tide 2-1. Bottom of the 4th inning. Johnson, Gassetti, and Rose here against Connor Copeland. 56 pitches for the Mobile native. 6'2", 185, the lefty. Alabama with a run in the first and a run in the third. Auburn with a run in the second. And since then, the Alabama starter, Garrett McMillan, has set down 7 in a row. Right-handed hitting second baseman Ed Johnson struck out against Copeland in the second. Played with a pull on the infield. Ware about 7 feet off the line at third. And the pitch to Johnson, swing and a changeup and a foul of the backstop. Way out in front of the first pitch there from Copeland, 0-1. The lefty straightens up from the left side of the rubber. Copeland plants and fires, and that's hit down the line, left field. It is a fair ball on the line. Stanfield gets it quickly, throws it into second, but it's the 4th extra base hit of the day for Alabama. A leadoff double for Ed Johnson. It's the 3rd straight inning that Alabama has the leadoff hitter on base. It's the 2nd straight inning they have a leadoff double. So Johnson immediately in scoring position. It was just fair down the left field line. Hit it about 330 feet down the left field line.
Bullpen's active for Auburn. Tanner Bauman is throwing for the Tigers. Boy, when Connor, he hadn't made many mistakes, but when he has, Alabama has jumped on it.
Yep. Here's Gassetti, fly out to center field his first time. Right-handed hitter leans out over the plate. Copeland looks to second, fires home. Fly ball, right side, down the line, long run. Bobby Pierce, he'll run out of real estate. It's onto the hillside, 0-1. Connor got ahead of Johnson 0-1 before the double. Now he's ahead of the Alabama catcher, Gassetti. The loser of this game waits to see if they're hosting. The winner of this game moves on to play somewhere around 6:15, 6:30 tomorrow night. The pitch. Off speed, hit in the air to left center. Howell drifts back into his right, looks up into the sky, makes the catch. Tagging at second, heading for third is Johnson. The throw close, but Johnson is in there sliding, and Gassetti does what he wanted to do at the very least. That's get the runner over to third. Runner at third and one out.
Auburn appeals to second. Checking to see if Johnson left early. Second base umpire Brandon Cooper, who was behind the plate last night, says he did not go.
I'm sure he was watching the whole way.
Yeah.
So Johnson at third with one out, and Caden Rose, the number 9 hitter, who singled his first time. Auburn's infield comes in. It's a one-run game right now. Alabama has 7 hits through the first 3 and the third innings of this ballgame. The delivery. Missed inside, ball 1. Wind has been blowing in from left all game. 1-0. Lifted right side, up and over the lights. A ball and a strike to the Alabama center fielder. Couple of new starters for the Tigers today, or irregular starters. The 1-1 pitch is outside and low. It's 2-1. Right behind the plate, Wortham at second. The delivery by Copeland catches the outside corner with the changeup. Well-placed pitch. It's 2-2. You could get Rose here and keep Johnson at third. The infield can back up again. The pitch. Line drive, base hit, left field. Alabama leads 3-1. An RBI single for Caden Rose, his 22nd RBI of the year, his second hit of the ballgame. Number 9 hitter for Alabama has been on base twice, and for the second straight inning, the Crimson Tide pay off a leadoff double.
He missed his spot. Flat out missed his spot on a 2-2 pitch.
That'll spell the end of the day for Connor Copeland. Darren Schoenrock is out. He battled today, but he just missed too often, and Alabama is playing at a level right now that they're going to make you pay for mistakes just like that one. So that'll do it for Connor Copeland with 1 out, 1 on, and 1 in for Alabama here in the bottom of the 4th. Auburn trailing 3-1. Tanner Bauman is on for the Tigers as Auburn makes a Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen.
Hey, I'm Charles Barkley. Call for a Redmont and water at bars and restaurants throughout the great state of Alabama. Redmont Vodka, available at select ABC stores and package stores. Redmont Vodka is 8 times distilled, gluten-free, and is made from non-GMO corn. Looking to support a local business? Redmont Distilling is Alabama proud and minority owned. Learn more online at redmontdistilling.com.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Coach Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites.
Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen for Auburn to Tanner Bauman, junior lefty, 6'4", 208, from Jacksonville, Florida, and St. John's River State. Bauman 3-1 with a 4.57 earned run average. 4-1 with a 5.36 ERA. 21st appearance in his 18th in relief. He has a save. 48 2/3 innings, 30 runs, 29 earned on 46 hits. 39 strikeouts, 26 walks, 6 homers, and opponents hitting .247 against Tanner Bauman. 3-1 in the SEC this year. He was at a 6.61 ERA. He made 14 appearances, 13 in relief and a save, 32 and 2/3 innings, 24 runs all earned on 30 hits, 23 strikeouts, 19 walks, 5 homers. And opponents against Tanner Bauman in the league hit .242. The numbers on Connor Copeland: 3 runs on 8 hits in 3 1/3 innings, 2 strikeouts, no walks. There were just too many mistakes in the ball game, and many came with 2 strikes in an at-bat. Trying to find a corner, trying to get it up or down, and he left it over the plate just too many times. And he exits the ball game with a runner at first and 1 out in the bottom of the 4th, and Alabama leading by a score of 3-1.
Bauman pitched twice against Alabama in Tuscaloosa. He was the guy who came on in game 1, and with Auburn had a big lead in the bottom of the 9th inning, and Alabama was able to get to him and make that game close. It was 8-1 going into the 9th. Alabama actually brought the tying run to the plate in that ball game. Bauman, 2 appearances, 3 1/3 innings in Tuscaloosa, 6 runs, 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. His second appearance was much better in game 3 of that series. And the first pitch to Jarvis is fouled at the plate, 0-1. Jarvis bats with 1 out and Rose at first. And Tommy Seidel, who has a pair of extra base hits and a pair of runs scored, is waiting on deck. And a throw to first, low, handled by McMurray, and Rose is back. 9 stolen bases, he's only been caught once. Wouldn't be surprised if they challenge Carter Wright, who's making his 7th start today. The pitch. Swing and a miss. It was way outside, sweeping across the plate, and Jarvis couldn't hold up. Now Bauman's ahead of him, 0-2. And now the shift is on against Jarvis. Ware takes over the normal second base spot. 0-2. Bouncing ball to Ware. Flips to second for 1, on to first. No chance to get the double play. Wasn't hit hard enough. That is a 5-6 force at second to get Rose for the second out. The fielder's choice has Jarvis on, with 2 outs for Tommy Seidel.
Exactly right. The ball just wasn't hit swiftly enough. It was turned quickly from Ware to Foster and on to first, but Jarvis has too much speed.
So Jarvis at first with 2 outs. Seidel homered in the first, doubled in the third. The pitch. Strike down the middle, 0-1.
And Bauman more of a fastball pitcher than Connor Copeland.
The homer and the double by Seidel were not hit with the same strength. Here's the 0-1. Nope, there's a throw to first. The homer was 400+ feet to left center in the first inning.
Into the wind.
Into the wind. The double was a bloop that just caught Wortham and Pierce in between. Nobody called it off or made the play, and it fell. And Seidel was able to get into second to start the inning. The 0-1 pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Three to 1. Auburn trails, bottom of the 4th. Long look in by Bauman. The pitch clock is down to 6 as he comes set. Down to 3. Runner goes. Pitch is high. Throw to second is late. It was to the left of the bag at second base.
They had him. They had him at second if the throw is accurate. It was just a tick to the third base side of the bag, and Wortham applied the tag, but Jarvis is safe with his 9th stolen base of the year.
9th stolen base in 11 tries. He got a good jump. The throw was better than the jump. At least the velocity on the throw was better than the jump, but it was off target. And now the count 2-1 to Seidel with a man in scoring position. Bauman looks to second, comes home. Swing and a miss. He chased a changeup low and outside.
Yeah, he chased ball 3, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Tigers a strike away from getting out without any further damage. Alabama scored single runs in 3 of the first 4 innings of the ball game. They lead 3-1. They have 8 hits on the day.
Yeah.
Bauman ready. He deals. And he misses low, and this time Seidel lay off. 3-2. Pinckney would love a chance to hit with a couple of guys on base. Payoff pitch. Jarvis will get a head start. Here's the delivery. Bouncing ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Jarvis will score, and it's 4-1 Alabama. A 2-out, 2-strike hit by Seidel. He's a triple shy of the cycle, and we're in the 4th inning.
Got to give it to Alabama's execution offensively today.
Yep. And the stolen base pays off there.
The mistakes that Auburn has made in this game are not as blatant as yesterday. And Seidel's coming out of the ball game. Huh. It's not the walks and errors today, it's just missed pitches. And Alabama seems to have taken advantage of every one of them.
William Hamiter, a senior, checks into the game to run for Seidel. Here's Andrew Pinckney. Pinckney, a right-handed hitter against Bauman. First pitch, swing and a miss, and a changeup. 0-1. Pinckney is struck out and flied to deep center. 4-1 Alabama. The Crimson Tide have 9 hits to Auburn's 2. Bauman's 0-1 will have to wait.
Four of those 9 hits have come with 2 strikes in an at-bat.
And 4 of their hits have come with 2 outs in an inning as well. Alabama's 9 for 19 in the game. 0-1. Nope, another throw to first. Hamiter in to run. 1 stolen base this year. Pitch is grounded foul, left side into the Auburn dugout, 0-2. The problem has not been getting ahead. Copeland did that in this inning, and Bauman has done that in this inning. Alabama's plated 2 runs on 3 hits thus far in this inning. Pitch. Runner goes. It's high. Throw to second. Sailed into center field. And Hamiter is in scoring position. A ball and 2 strikes on Pinckney. Second stolen base for Hamiter this year. And they are trying to keep their foot on the gas pedal. They lead 4-1. The pitch. Line drive over leaping Foster and into left field, and Hamiter scores. 5-1 Alabama.
That's the 5th 2-strike hit. And every hit in this inning, other than the leadoff man, have come with 2 strikes.
The last 2 have come after a stolen base. And that is hit number 10 in the game for Alabama. They are taking advantage.
They are just executing better than Auburn right now.
They are executing, and I think they're taking advantage of a weary Auburn team, quite frankly. But you got to keep battling. Bauman again throws to first. Don't be surprised if Pinckney takes off.
Tanner's got to watch that he doesn't step more towards home. First base coach brought that up to the first base umpire on that throw over.
First pitch to Drew Williamson. Outside and low, ball 1. 5-1 Alabama, bottom of the 4th. Another throw to first. 2 stolen bases, 2 2-strike RBI singles in the inning for Alabama. They lead now 5-1. Bauman comes set. Tanner pitches. And it's hit in the air to left. Stanfield chases it to the left field line. Makes the catch 2 steps shy of the line. And that's the inning. But Alabama stretches its lead. 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors, and a runner left on base for the Crimson Tide. Auburn's got some work to do. We go to the 5th. Tigers trailing 5-1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. Let's start creating yours with the SUVs of the future, like Ford Escape, Edge, or Explorer. They all earned government 5-star overall crash safety ratings by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, because the SUVs of the future aren't designed for a few. They're for everyone. Be future ready with Ford SUVs. Government 5-star safety ratings are part of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's new car assessment program. For more information, visit nhtsa.gov.
Follow us on Twitter at AU Sports Network for weekly interviews, post-game audio, and other exclusive content. Now back to more Auburn baseball.
The 5th inning of today's game is presented by Southern Union. Auburn trails 5-1 as we go to the 5th. Move seamlessly to Auburn. Complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. William Hammer, who came on to run for Tommy Seidel after Seidel's 3rd hit of the game. Hammer stays out there defensively in left field. For Auburn, it'll be Wortham, Wright, and Stanfield. And as we say that, Nate LaRue has grabbed a bat and has moved into the on-deck circle. So it looks like Nate will pinch hit for Wright and stay in the game behind the plate.
I think the Auburn team gathered for a little meeting down there in the dugout. I'm not sure who led it. I think it was maybe Case and Howell.
He has played that role this year in the first pitch to Brody Wortham down the middle, strike 1. McMillan has sat down 7 in a row since walking right in the 2nd inning. He rocks and fired. Hard hit ball foul down the 3rd base line. Wortham hit the daylights out of it, but he was a little bit early. And now he is behind in the count, 0-2. 63 pitches for McMillan. He has stood big and tall today here for Alabama through the first 4 innings and change. And now the pitch. Up and in and nearly hit him. And now LaRue walks back into the dugout.
Sure does. I wonder if they'll use another pinch hitter.
The pitch just missed a little bit high. Count goes to 2-2 on Wortham. Wortham an RBI single to right back in the 2nd inning. McMillan looks in. It's righty on righty, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball to Jarvis at short. He charges, gloves, and throws. It's low, but it's handled over there by Williamson. And that's 8 in a row retired by McMillan. And this is Wright, who will stay in the game and hit as scheduled here in the 5th. Wright walked in the 2nd. He's the last Tiger to reach. First pitch to him. Goes up there swinging, fouls it off to the right. 0-1 to the Auburn catcher. Blind in the pitch. High, ball 1. McMillan in 9 innings against Auburn this year has given up 1 run on 3 hits. The delivery. Foul ball right side. It's 1-2. Next pitch will be number 70 from the senior right-hander. It's on its way. Wright takes it way high for ball 2.
Some stirring, but nobody throwing yet in the Alabama pen.
McMillan's pitch. Struck him out. Breaking ball dropped right in. Wright watched it for the second out. 9 in a row retired by McMillan. And so many times this year, the second time through against a pitcher has been the honeypot for Auburn, but not this time. Not a one reached the second time against McMillan. Now Stanfield gives it a whirl for the third time today. He's flied to left and struck out. First pitch, breaking ball, outside corner, strike one. Working quickly, the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. McMillan's in a rocking chair, folks. 0-2. Line drive, base hit. How about that? Center field. Stanfield just tripped up the rocking chair. 2-out single on an 0-2 pitch. And now Cole Foster, who's 0 for 2 today. He has struck out, flat out to center field. Went after the first pitch of the third inning his last time up. A switch hitter from Texas. See if he tries to go after the first pitch again here. It's on the way. He does. He foul tips it into the catcher's mitt. 0-1 the count. 5-1. Auburn trails, top of the fifth inning. McMillan slows down just a bit in the stretch. Pitch clock down to 6. The delivery. Inside, 1-1. Auburn's lone run came in the second inning. A 2-out RBI single by Brody Wortham. 2-out single here in the fifth by Stanfield. Chris is at first. A ball and a strike to Foster. McMillan's 76th pitch of the day. We'll have to wait. He turns and throws and chases Stanfield back with a head first slide. The winner of this game gets the loser of tonight's Vanderbilt-Florida matchup tomorrow evening. The delivery. Breaking ball dropped in for strike two on the inside corner. And McMillan this time through is using that. It almost looks like a straight curve. Much more vertical drop. Now the shift is on against Foster with 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Stanfield at first. Tigers down 4. McMillan's pitch on the way. And it's fouled off. He had him chasing a slider down and in. Way in. Cole turned on it early. Keeps the at-bat alive. Crowd has really filled in over the course of the first half of this game. 1-2, another sharp throw to first. A lot of purple and gold in the stands, as you would imagine. Still a good 2.5 hours before they expect to play their game, LSU against Arkansas. Pitch to Foster, runner goes, pitch is high, throw to second is wide. Nowhere close, and Stanfield swipes his 7th base of the year. And the count goes to 2-2 on Foster. The only 2 times Stanfield has been caught this year were at third and at home. 2-2 pitch to Cole. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball down and in. He just couldn't lay off of it. The inning is over. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left for Auburn. Halfway home at the Hoover Met. Auburn down 5-1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
A swing so powerful it takes our breath away.
Whoa, what a grab!
A double play that has us high-fiving strangers, swaying together with every take me out to the ball game, and the rally that brings us to our feet as one. At Alabama Power, we believe that sharing 9 innings of baseball makes us a better community. It's a powerful spirit that energizes the communities we serve. It's power for a better Alabama. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Whether you're cheering on the Tigers with their signature wings or taking the party on the road, At Baumhauer's Victory Grill, it's game day every day. With a menu full of scratch-made American classics and game day favorites, plus nearly 100 HD TVs, there's enough legendary fun and legendary food for the whole team. Plus, Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn is the home of the first coal-fired pizza ovens in Alabama. Try one of their gourmet pizzas today, now delivered by Tigertown to go. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power, proud to support the Auburn Tigers.
5-1, Auburn trails as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Shelton, Temez, and Johnson due up here against Tanner Bauman. Alabama with 1 in the first on 2 hits, 1 in the third on 2 hits, and 3 in the fourth on 4 hits. They have at least 2 hits in every inning so far in the game. They have been dialed in offensively. Shelton singled in the third. He is also flied out to center, 1 for 2. Every Alabama hitter, with the exception of Jarvis at the top and Gassetti in the 8-hole, has at least a hit. First pitch to Shelton. Ground ball to second. Wortham gloves on the short right field grass and throws on. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Ranging to his left. You had to watch that last hop right at the lip of the grass. And he was able to make the strong play and a good throw to first.
Brody Wortham makes the play. Defensive replacement for Auburn. Nate LaRue checks into the game behind the plate, so he will catch. Dominic Temez, the batter. 1 for 2 today, a single and a ground out pitch. Missed a little low, ball 1.
Alabama took advantage of LaRue not in the lineup catching in the first 4 innings.
Back-to-back stolen bases by Jarvis and Hameter, and both guys came around to score in that same at-bat. Pitch misses outside. It's 2-0 to Temez. Yeah, the stolen bases led directly to runs being scored in the fourth. 2 balls, no strikes. Bauman, the lefty, against Temez, the righty. The delivery down the middle. Pops him in at 91 on the fastball. It's 2-1. And now Wortham slides over to the left of the bag at second. Pitch misses outside. 3-1 to Temez. Alabama with 10 hits on the day, 4 extra base hits, 1 homer, 3 doubles. The 3-1 to Temez. Inside, ball 4. That's the first walk issued by Auburn pitching today. Comes with 1 out in the 5th. And Ed Johnson is the batter. He doubled and scored. Double led off the 4th inning. He also struck out. Those at bats against Copeland. We got here and it was eerily quiet in the ballpark. Now South Carolina, Texas A&M, that's understandable. First pitch popped up and back, 0-1 to Johnson. Not a lot of ambient noise, not a lot of action on the field. A&M shut down South Carolina to the tune of a 1-hit shutout. 0-1. Called strike at the knees, 0-2.
Nice pitch on the inside corner.
And the way that McMillan has pitched, there's a really good Auburn turnout here. They just haven't been able to get stirred up. Hasn't been the kind of atmosphere here that we thought it might be. The pitch misses high, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Johnson. Up and in with a fastball. That's usually a pretty good setup for a changeup away. See if that's the call from LaRue to Bauman. Tanner looks at first. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball swung and missed. 94. Raised it up. Said, here, hit this. And Johnson could not. 2 down. That's just the...
Good pitch. Fastball up and on the outside corner, maybe a little tick out.
Yeah.
Just too tough to lay off of.
And that's only the third strikeout for Auburn pitching today.
First for Bauman.
Yeah. Here's Gassetti, the catcher, takes ball 1 high. 3 Ks for the Auburn pitching staff today. K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. 1-0 to Gassetti. On the way. Lifted into right field. Pierce starts in, now back and near the line, and now over the line a couple of steps. He makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So a 1-out walk does not hurt in the 5th. No runs, hits, or errors, and a man left for Alabama. We're through 5. Still 5-1, Crimson Tide on top. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
There. Download the Auburn Game Day app. Find tickets, skip concession lines, be a part of Game Day giveaways. Shop the latest Auburn gear. Stay current with a comprehensive social media stream. Participate in Game Day light shows. Plus, listen to every Auburn Sports Network broadcast, even when multiple games are happening simultaneously on the official mobile app of Auburn Athletics. The Auburn Game Day app. Get it today.
It's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. COVID and flu vaccines are an important tool to help stop the pandemic. The Alabama Department of Public Health is offering the COVID and flu vaccines to anyone 6 months and older. COVID and flu are still on the rise. Don't let COVID and flu stop you from supporting your favorite team. Continue to help protect yourself, your friends, and our campus by getting the COVID and flu vaccines. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
We head to the 6th. And it's 5-1 Alabama. Bats have got to get going here against McMillan, or chase him out of the game and get going against somebody else. Ware, Irish, and Pierce. They're combined 0 for 6 today against the right-hander, who, again, in 2 outings against Auburn this year, has gone 10 1/3 innings. He's given up 1 run on 4 hits. The senior from Tuscaloosa has pitched like a guy who, playing against Auburn, means a little more to him. His numbers against Auburn far superior than they've been against everybody else this year. Here is Ware. Ware is grounded to short and popped to second. Auburn baseball brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. 1 run on 3 hits for Auburn, 5 runs, 10 hits for Alabama. Ware swings with the first pitch, drives one to left center field. That ball is gone! Over the wall and left, and Bryson Ware has set a new single-season home run record at Auburn. His 24th home run of the year. A line drive that just nestled over the yellow line at the top of the wall in left center field.
Home runs in all 3 games of this SEC tournament for Auburn's new single-season home run leader and record holder, Bryson Ware, and he does it with the other guy in the dugout.
Yeah.
Hunter Morris, now volunteer assistant for Alabama, set the record in 10.
Ike Irish at the plate, takes ball 1 outside and low, 1-0. Memorable weekend, and pitch to Ware, or Irish line drive, base hit to right center. He's thinking 2. He's going to try for 2. Here comes the throw. It's wide of the bag. That's a double for Ike Irish. Hustle all the way for the freshman. He was thinking 2 as soon as that ball left his bat.
His 3rd double of the tournament. He had 2 in the win against Missouri on Tuesday.
And now 3 of the last 4 batters for Auburn going back to the 5th inning have hits.
And activity in the Alabama bullpen for the first time.
Bobby Pierce shows bunt, pulls the bat back, takes a strike. It's 0-1.
Double check the number.
84 pitches for McMillan. 0-1 to Pierce. High strike. It's 0-2. That was a breaking ball that was only a strike right at the very end.
Right-hander Hagan Banks warming up for Alabama.
0-2 to Pierce. 8 on the pitch clock. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss at a high fastball at 93, and that was an effective use of a delay by McMillan. He has been working so quickly, but he got Pierce to 2 strikes and then just stood and waited until the pitch clock was down to about 6.
And he can see there is a pitch clock behind home plate.
Yep.
So the pitchers can see where that clock is as well.
And McMillan has done that more than once today. First pitch swinging, McMurray misses, 0-1. Cooper has walked and scored, and he has struck out. Don't have to get it back all in one swing here. Fellas, just keep chipping away. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball way outside, 1-1. A double by Irish, he's at second. 5-2, Alabama. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip at the plate.
I got the catcher. I got Cassetti somewhere. The scoreboard says it's 77 pitches. Our official stats have McMillan at 86 pitches. There's a 10-pitch discrepancy.
And that's before this at bat, too. Yeah, that 77's flat out wrong. The 1-2 to McMurray again. McMillan waits. It's down to 6. It's down to 4. The delivery. It's high, ball 2.
It's one of the few times this season where I've seen a pitcher take advantage of the pitch clock, you know?
Well, and the contrast with how quick he works otherwise. The delivery. Swing, ground ball, gloved by the first baseman. Williamson takes it to the bag himself. Irish heads over to third. He's there, but now 2 are out. So if Auburn wants to add any more here in the 6th and keep chipping away, it'll take a 2-out hit from Kaysen Howell, Dr. Doubles.
Well, we've already had one record go down in this inning.
Yeah.
How about the career doubles record?
Well, Kaysen's already tied the Auburn record for games played by appearing in the game today. Time to break one. Here's the stretch, or the pitch. It's high for ball 1. Kaysen singled to the left side in the 2nd inning. He's also grounded out to third base. So he's pulled it on the ground both times. McMillan rocks, plants, fires. And misses low and away, gets underneath the glove, coming home and scoring is Irish. Wild pitch, McMillan, it's 5-3.
They may have had a chance to throw out Irish, but McMillan didn't get to the plate to cover it in time.
I think he did not think Irish was going to go. It wasn't far enough for him to go. And by the time Ike broke.
Well, he didn't know Ike Irish does.
No, he does not. Ike is aggressive. 2-0 to Howell. Nowhere close. High and outside. 3 balls and no strikes. All right, so Auburn has fought a little bit here in the 6th. Tigers have played it a couple runs. It's back to a 2-run ball game. 3-0 pitch to Howell. Outside and high, it's a 4-pitch walk to Kaysen.
That is just the 3rd wild pitch this season for Garrett McMillan.
Yeah. He does not walk a ton of guys. He has excellent control, and now he's going to get a visit from his coach. That may be the end of the day for Garrett McMillan. It has been a fine outing.
Again.
Yeah. Twice against Auburn this year, he has put Alabama in a position to win the ballgame. Tigers have gotten to him a bit here in the 6th. Bryson Ware's 24th home run of the season. A follow-up double, hustle double by Irish, who came home to score on a wild pitch. And we're waiting on the official signal as the mound visit clock goes down to 0.
Stick with him.
And they're going to stay with McMillan here to face Brody Wortham. He is at 95 pitches.
In spite of what the scoreboard says.
Right. Brody Wortham, an RBI single to right field in the 2nd. He's also grounded to short. So he has one of Auburn's 5 hits against McMillan today. Kaysen Howell with 2 outs leads away from first. Find a gap here, it's a 1-run game.
Big lead for Kaysen.
Pitch to Wortham is hit on the ground to 2nd. Hot shot on a hop to Johnson. He fields deep in the hole at 2nd and throws, and that'll end the inning. But Auburn punches back in the 6th. 2 runs on 2 hits, a walk, and a wild pitch. 8 in the cause, no errors, and a man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Need to put up some zeros here. Tigers trail Alabama 5-3. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
A swing so powerful it takes our breath away. A double play that has us high-fiving strangers, swaying together with every take me out to the ball game, and the rally that brings us to our feet as one. At Alabama Power, we believe that sharing 9 innings of baseball makes us a better community. It's a powerful spirit that energizes the communities we serve. It's power for a better Alabama. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
We've all been caught up in the little chores that pile up every day. The dishes in the sink, the trash that needs taking out, the pesky check engine light. Isn't it time to make a change and escape to a whole new world of possibilities? Where there's dinner without dishes, nights filled with adventure, and every day you feel like a winner. A little change can go a long way when you escape every day at Wing Creek Casino and wingcreekcasino.com.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Download the Chick-fil-A app to earn and redeem points. Eat more chicken and more Eagle.
It's 5-3. Alabama has the lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tanner Bauman able to put a 0 on the board in the 5th. The 5th inning was the first inning in which Alabama did not record a hit. They have 10 hits on the day. And so Bauman, imperative here that Auburn put up a 0 in the 6th. Tigers just got 2 runs in the top of the inning to close the gap. 5-3 our score.
And also importantly, hit the ball hard. Now, I don't know if we'll see McMillan going forward or not.
Right. I'd be a little surprised, wouldn't you, at 96 pitches?
Maybe they leave him in to face LaRue, and then, I don't know.
Yeah, next inning will be LaRue's first at bat in the game. Here's Caden Rose for Alabama, the number 9 hitter who's 2 hits on the day, including an RBI single. Now he's got 3 hits. He just bounced the ball back up the middle.
Well, how many times this season have we talked about how well Auburn has been positioned?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Auburn hasn't been positioned well today, but Alabama is finding the holes regardless of where Auburn is positioned.
They're hitting between the positioning today. They played Rose to pull, and he hit it just barely to the left of the second base bag, so he's aboard. 3rd time in the last 4 innings. No. Yeah, 4th in the last 5 innings that Alabama's had the leadoff runner on base.
Rose is 3 for 3, batting .237 coming in.
Number 9 hitter.
Yep.
Good speed over there at first as well. The pitch is bunted down the third base line. Throw to first is not in time to get Jarvis. And Auburn, I would think, would review that.
Look at that play.
Jarvis laid down a beautiful bunt up the third base line. Ware charged, threw on the run, and throw to first. And no big argument coming here from the Tigers.
Perfectly placed by Jarvis, who runs well. Ware did everything he could.
Everybody did everything right on that play.
Yes.
It's a bunt single for Jarvis. And they're at first and second with nobody out for William Hammer. And now Darren Schoenrock comes out to talk to Bauman. Hammer will be batting for the first time today. He came on 2 innings ago to run for Tommy Seidel.
Will Cannon is just starting to warm up for Auburn. Unless there's somebody behind him that's already warming up. I only see one. Where they typically the pitchers throw from the mound.
Yeah.
And that bullpen is kind of blocked for us. It looks like Cannon's the only one warming up, and now he starts to quicken his pace.
I understand Seidel came out of the game that he pulled up just a little bit when he got to first.
Okay.
And so Alabama, just as a precaution, took him out of the ball game.
It was odd that they took him out as well as he has played today.
Seidel with 3 hits, and including a homer and a double. He had scored a couple runs.
And I wonder if Hammer's just up there to bunt.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Got Pinckney on deck. You got runners at first and second.
Yeah.
Auburn had scored twice to make it a 2-run game. In the top of the inning, Alabama trying to punch back.
Some of that discussion may have been about positioning and how to play Hammer. First pitch from Bauman. Nope, throw to second. And back goes Rose. Rose is the runner at second, Jarvis at first. Both guys run well. Well, you would think that he didn't show bunt on the throw to second, but you just think that's what they're going to do. Yeah, he squares, and he didn't get the bat back, did he? Yeah, they say he did. Didn't offer at it. A little bit outside, 1-0.
Half the umpires said he did.
Yeah.
Butch Thompson
Boy.
is really getting on Clint Fagan.
He sure is.
Behind the plate. Auburn didn't get that call, and Fagan looked into the Auburn dugout, apparently, and you can hear Butch screaming at that home plate umpire.
McMurray races in from first. The pitch misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes to Hammer. It's 5-3, Alabama. Auburn just scored twice in the top of the 6th. Crimson Tide threatening to answer here in the bottom with nobody out. Hammer swinging away, lines one down the right field line. It is a foul ball.
Alabama looking for a knockout punch right there.
That's exactly what they were looking for. And Hammer was early. Talked about the Auburn crowd not having a lot to really get emotional about early. Well, those 2 runs there in the 6th got a little more life throughout the ballpark. Pivotal point in this game, the pitch hit him. Now, not obviously what Bauman wanted to do. He hits Hammer to load the bases with nobody out here in the 6th.
That's Clint Fagan looking into the Auburn dugout about right now. Goodness gracious. Call the game. Just call the game. I think that's what Butch Thompson's trying to tell him.
The Auburn head coach is not backing down whatsoever from that top step. There's no reason for the home plate umpire to continue to look in. And Darren Schoenrock will come out. And a new pitcher is on his way in here for the Tigers. So a couple of singles, a single by Rose up the middle, a bunt single by Jarvis, and then Bauman hit Hammer, and the bases are loaded with nobody out in a critical part of this game. It's a 2-run ball game. Alabama trying to open it up here in the bottom of the 6th. And a new pitcher is on his way in here for the Tigers as Auburn makes a Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Follow us on Twitter at AU Sports Network for weekly interviews, post-game audio, and other exclusive content. Now back to more Auburn baseball.
Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen for Auburn to Will Cannon, sophomore right-hander, 6'1", 187, out of Phoenix City, Alabama, and Northwest Florida State. Cannon 3-1 this year, a 4.57 earned run average, making his 22nd appearance, and his 18th in relief with a team-high 5 saves. 43 in the 3rd innings, 24 runs, 22 earned on 47 hits, 41 strikeouts, 26 walks, 4 homers, and opponents hitting .285 against Cannon. In SEC play this year, Will was 2-0, a 4.25 ERA with 2 saves, and he inherits a tough situation. Bases loaded, nobody out for Alabama in the bottom of the 6th, and Andrew Pinckney coming to the plate. Their Thunder coming to the plate with Pinckney, Williamson, and Shelton coming in a combined 52 home runs between the 3 of them.
Will Cannon, the hard-throwing right-hander, appeared in 1 game in Tuscaloosa, 2/3 of an inning, a walk and a hit and a strikeout. He also hit a batter. Again, that was 6 weeks ago. Will has done a nice job to establish himself as the guy on the back end of ball games comes on here with nobody out in the 6th. When this game ends, keep it here for the Regions Bank postgame show and get the Auburn University Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/Go Tigers to order yours today. All right, Cannon just about ready to go. Pinckney today has singled, fly out, and struck out. He's 1 for 3. He has driven in 53 runs. The next two, Pinckney and Williamson, a combined 108 RBIs on the year for Alabama. Pinckney also runs pretty well. A forced play at every base. And the pitch to Pinckney is a slider down and away, ball 1. Freshman right fielder for Alabama. Right-handed hitter. Cannon straightens up. He fires. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, diving near the dirt, 1-1. Both sides a little tense right now. This is an important at bat. Alabama knows it could break the game open here in the 6th. Auburn knows it could really steal some momentum. Here's the 1-1. Missed the outside corner with a fastball. 2-1. Auburn would give up a run to turn a double play. McMurray and Ware even with the bags at the corners of the infield. Cannon steps off. Pitch clock resets to 20. Will is ready. His 2-1 offering. Low and outside, 3-1. Auburn has only walked 1 batter today. But now a hitter's count for a dangerous hitter in Pinckney. The 3-1 pitch. Line drive, right field. Pierce makes the catch. Tagging at third and scoring is Rose. And it's 6-3 Alabama. RBI sacrifice fly by Pinckney.
Bobby just couldn't get into position quick enough to try and make a strong throw home. The ball was on him in a hurry. There was just no chance to set and even think about throwing home.
Tagging at second is Jarvis. They're at the corners now. A Hammer at first, Jarvis at third, and Drew Williamson is the batter with 1 out. 6 runs on 12 hits for the number 9 seed. 3 runs on 5 hits for Auburn. Alabama stranded 9 today. First pitch to Williamson, a left-handed hitting cleanup man for Alabama. Way upstairs, 1-0. Cannon throws to first. Would Alabama try to send Hammer? Try to take the double play off the board. They've been aggressive on the base paths today, but now LaRue's in there behind the plate. Pitch. Grounded foul off the end of the bat, 1-1. Williamson is doubled. He has driven in a run with a sacrifice fly, and he's flied to left. So he has hit it to the outfield all 3 times. 57 RBIs for Williamson. The RBI for Pinckney was his 53rd of the year. Cannon's pitch. Fastball fouled over the net.
91 on the fastball from Will.
And now he's ahead of Williamson, a ball and 2 strikes. But getting to 2 strikes hasn't been a problem today. Alabama's been as good as we've seen in a long time this season with 2 strikes.
You're right.
To their credit. Another throw to first. Pretty close play. They had Hammett not leaning, but a little slow to get back to the base there. But he did. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runners at the corners. Pitch to Williamson. Fly left side, out of play.
Tried the fastball on the outside corner.
We're in the bottom of the 6th. 6-3. Alabama with the lead, looking for more here in the 6th inning. Another 1-2 pitch on the way. Line drive, right field, that's down in front of Pierce. Has to play it on a hop. It's an RBI single for Williamson, and Hammer goes all the way to third. Second RBI of the day for the RBI leader, Drew Williamson.
Boy, oh boy.
Another 2-strike hit.
Yeah. Credit Alabama, no question, but you've got to be better with 2 strikes.
Well, the reason Williamson got that pitch is he fouled off a couple of better pitches. On the outside corner, a little up, and he stayed alive. And when you force a pitcher to make those really quality pitches time after time after time, every now and then you get a mistake. That one was thigh high, served up. Here's Shelton. First pitch to Shelton. Popped it up, shallow left field, tough play. Back goes Foster into foul territory. He's got a beat on it, makes the catch. Tagging at third and trying to score on the play, and he will not make it. He is out. Hammett tried to tag up. It was caught in foul territory by Foster, not very deep at all. And Hammett got a little greedy there, tried to come home and score, and Foster threw him out at the plate. Now let's see. They're going to review this. I think Alabama's asking if there was interference.
Boy, if there is, you will see Auburn lose its mind after it was not called on Tuesday night against Missouri.
Shelton on the pop out, the second out. Oh, he didn't block the plate. His foot was over the left corner. He may have been, you know what, they may not be asking about obstruction. They may be asking if he tried to get the tag up around the belt, if the foot slid in there. And it's a close play.
That may be overturned.
Hammer may very well have gotten his foot in there.
It would be if it is. It's the second time today that the throw was there,
yeah,
but Auburn didn't apply the tag. But it is.
It is confirmed. So there you go. It'll go 6-2 at the plate, and the side is retired. 2 runs, 3 hits. No errors, 1 runner left on base for Alabama. Now, Auburn got 2 in the top of the 6th. Alabama answered with 2 in the bottom. It's 7-3. Tigers looking for more offense when we come back to the Hoover Met. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
By now, your daily routine is probably a little too routine. Don't you want to change? Don't you want to start playing by your own rules and escape the routine so your fantasy becomes reality? Where every night is an adventure, where new flavors are ready to be tasted, where it feels like you're a winner. Take a chance. Reward yourself. Make your routine anything but routine. Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
Y'all, Kayla just got the perfect summer job.
What will she be doing?
Using her aerospace engineering classes.
Well, John is getting to do science all summer.
Really?
You know, John's an education major and he'll get to work with children every day.
Ashley is really excited for her summer job, too. She's going to spend lots of time outdoors.
Where will they all be working?
Space Camp.
Find the ultimate summer job at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center, home of Space Camp. Visit rocketcenter.com/careers for more information.
Through 6, Alabama's on top 7-3. Auburn trying to make up some ground here against a good pitcher in Hagan Banks, who is on for McMillan. McMillan went 6 innings, 3 runs, 5 hits, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. McMillan threw 96 pitches, 63 of those for strikes. And now Banks is on. He's from Plainville, Georgia, Calhoun High, 6'4", 200-pound right-hander. Banks this year 1-1 in 14 appearances, 12 of those in relief. A 3.62 earned run average, 32 and a third innings, 22 hits, just 13 earned runs, only 4 walks in 32 and a third innings. And he struck out 36. Gracious, a 9-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. He's given up 2 doubles, 7 home runs. Teams are batting just 186 against Hagan Banks. He'll face LaRue, Stanfield, and Foster. We turn it back over to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
Nate LaRue's first at bat today. And the first pitch is a fastball that LaRue is late on. 91. Fastball slider change. Fastball in the low to mid-90s. Tigers trail 7-3. The pitch to LaRue, and he fouls off another fastball, 0-2. LaRue then the top of the order, Stanfield and Foster.
Look out for something off speed here. Fastball to get ahead. That's what Riley did last night. Fastballs early to get ahead.
0-2, and LaRue goes after a slider for strike 3.
Well, that's been the blueprint.
Yeah, that's the 9th strikeout of Auburn hitters today.
Fastballs to get ahead, breaking stuff to put them away.
Patrick Riley did it all night last night for Vandy.
Absolutely did.
Here's Chris Stanfield, 1 for 3 with a stolen base on the day. The pitch missed the outside corner with the slider. Stanfield is 4 for 12 in the tournament. Wide in delivery. Came inside with fastball and he fouled it off. Chris has averaged a 294, hit his 3rd home run here yesterday against Vandy. Pitch. Check swing, ball up the right side of the first base. Flips. And Banks covers, and there's quickly 2 outs for Auburn.
Tough break. Stanfield tried to stop his swing. Couldn't do it. A little delayed getting out of the box. And a well-played ball. Williamson on the flip to Banks.
2 quickly gone for Auburn. Here's Cole Foster, who's 0 for 3 on the day, with a couple strikeouts and a pop-up to the shortstop. Auburn got within 2 in the top of the 6th. Alabama countered with 2 more runs, and Foster is hit by the pitch. And it will bring Bryson Ware to the plate.
So many of Auburn's base runners have come today with 2 outs.
In the second,
5th,
yes. And here's the 7th. And here is Bryson Ware, who's 1 for 3 with his 24th home run of the season. Banks stretches. And the pitch. Missed the outside corner for ball 1. Ware has homered in each of Auburn's 3 SEC tournament games.
And that follows a Missouri series where he led the team with 5 hits. Playing well at the right time of year.
Stretch and pitch. Bryson goes after a slider and comes up empty, 1-1 count. Foster with a lead at first, 2 down in the inning. 1-1 pitch. Outside, good block by Gassetti. 2 balls and a strike. Auburn trails 7-3, 2 outs, top of the 7th. 2 balls and a strike to count to Bryson Ware. Foster gets his lead at first. Here's the stretch of the pitch. Missed the outside corner for 3-1, and didn't miss by much. Banks comes set. 3-1 pitch to Ware. Here it is. Swing and a foul up and out of play off the right side. Full count now to Bryson.
You got to think slider here, right? He's gotten 1 swing out of him already on it.
Full count. Now, Ware or Foster will be off with the pitch. Stretch by Banks. And the 3-2. Missed the outside corner. And I mean, just missed it. But at least the home plate umpire was consistent in that at-bat.
He did not throw him a slider. He tried to dot that corner with a fastball. Missed it by about 3 to 4 inches off the plate. Maybe.
Now, the catcher also had to reach out to get the ball. I think he may have missed a spot. All right, so runners at first and second with 2 outs, and here's Ike Irish. Stretch and the pitch. Irish fouled it off. Ike is 1 for 3 with the double. He scored in the 6th. 4 for 10 in his first ever SEC tournament. Foster at second and Ware at first, 2 down in the Auburn 7th pitch. Swinging a looper in the left, but right at Hammeter. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 men left for Auburn. To the bottom of the 7th, Alabama 7, Auburn 3. 7th inning stretch is presented by Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A app is intended to help you savor every second of the game. Just order ahead, score before the game even starts. Eat more chicken, more Eagle. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
It's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. COVID and flu vaccines are an important tool to help stop the pandemic. The Alabama Department of Public Health is offering the COVID and flu vaccines to anyone 6 months and older. COVID and flu are still on the rise. Don't let COVID and flu stop you from supporting your favorite team. Continue to help protect yourself, your friends, and our campus by getting the COVID and flu vaccines. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Y'all, Kayla just got the perfect summer job.
What will she be doing?
Using her aerospace engineering classes.
Well, John's getting to do science all summer.
Really?
You know, John's an education major, and he'll get to work with children every day.
Ashley is really excited for her summer job, too. She's going to spend lots of time outdoors.
Where will they all be working?
Space camp.
Find the ultimate summer job at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center, home of Space Camp. Visit rocketcenter.com/careers for more information.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
Alabama got a home run in the first to take the lead. The Crimson Tide has never trailed in this game since. A homer by Tommy Seidel, who went 3 for 3 before being lifted in the 4th inning. Alabama scored 3 in the 4th. Auburn came back with 2 runs in the 6th, but Alabama scored 2 more in the bottom of the 6th. Connor Copeland, the starter for Auburn, went 3 in the 3rd, gave up 3 runs on hits. Garrett McMillan, the starter for Alabama, 6 innings, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits with 8 strikeouts. Will Cannon, the 3rd pitcher of the day, is on for Auburn to face Dominic Temez, Matt Gassetti, or Ed Johnson and Matt Gassetti, the pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher.
One of the big differences in this game has been leadoff batters getting on base. There have been 5 times Alabama has had a runner on base with nobody out, and 4 of those 5 times he scored.
Oh, one on a couple hops to Brody Wortham. He flips to first for the out. Ball got on him in a hurry. Then he made the play, 1 down.
Meanwhile, for Auburn, there's been 1 inning in which a leadoff batter got on base, and it was Bryson Ware who homered. Ike Irish then doubled with nobody out, and he came around to score. So when teams have been getting guys on base before the first out, they've been getting home. Johnson's just done it more.
Yeah, Johnson at the plate, 1 out, and nobody on for the Crimson Tide. He's 1 for 3 with a double. And that one missed maybe a little bit low, 1-0. 2 strikeouts for Johnson. He doubled to lead off the 4th and scored the first of 3 runs for Alabama. Now the 1-0. Ground ball left side. Pass Ware into left field.
Tough play in between hop. Ware having to go to his left. He tried to make a side pick on a short hop. Tough play to make.
And now here's Matt Gassetti. 14th hit of the day for Alabama.
Yeah, they've had at least 1 hit in every inning except the 5th, and they got a base runner on a walk in the 5th, so base runners in every inning.
Alabama lost last night to Vanderbilt on 6 singles by the Commodores. It was how those runs that scored reached base. 4 of them on walks and another by an error. Today, Alabama just hit the ball all over the field.
Yeah.
Auburn hasn't given them any freebies.
No, only 1 walk. 1 walk, and both teams have played error-free today.
Gassetti is 0 for 3. He only started without a hit. Just missed the corner 1-0. 7-3 Alabama leads. Auburn has been out hit 14-5. Stretch by Cannon. And the delivery. Chopper foul. Over the top of the Auburn dugout. A ball and a strike. Auburn played past midnight, Tuesday, Wednesday morning, and Wednesday night this morning. Throw to first, a little bit high, but McMurray uses that 6-4 frame to get it. Auburn will find out Sunday night if it's a host site in the NCAA tournament. The full field announced Monday at 11 Central Time. Runner goes, swinging on a fly ball into deep left field. Stanfield drifts back on the track, makes the catch in front of the Auburn bullpen.
Love watching Stanfield. You're gonna really be treated the next couple of years watching Chris Stanfield play probably center field for the Tigers. He just took a smooth stride, smooth route to that ball, tracked it down with no problem.
Unless Auburn can figure out a way to keep Howell on the roster until he's 30, it will be Stanfield in all likelihood in center field next year. 2 down for Caden Rose. Boy, he has been a thorn today. He is 3 for 3. Johnson at first was off with that last pitch. As Cannon comes set to throw over. Johnson back to the bag.
You're going to go all the way back to April 30th and May 5th. Game 3 South Carolina, Game 1 LSU to find back-to-back losses for Auburn if the Tigers cannot come back in this one.
Stretch the pitch. Rose takes a strike down the middle. Nineteen pitches for Cannon. As Johnson gets his lead at first, he's there with 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Stretching the pitch. Fly ball in deep center field. Howell is back. He's at the track, and he makes the catch right in front of the Kentucky sign in left center field. No runs hit, no errors. Man left for Alabama. We're through 7. Crimson Tide lead the Tigers 7-3. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
We spent some time now with Auburn's head swimming and diving head coach, Ryan Walker. Swimming in the state of Indiana, almost like basketball for them. It's religion, but the unique thing that you have in Indiana is the high school state meets are done at the IUPUI Natatorium, which is the cathedral of our sport. And actually, we're competing there this summer for the World Championship trials. We'll be back in Indianapolis next summer for the U.S. Olympic trials at Lucas Oil Stadium. Indiana, swimming in the state of Indiana is something that's very big and important, especially high school swimming. As an Indiana native, just honored to be a part of that.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
Auburn trails 7-3 going into the top of the 8th. Pierce, McMurray, and Howell for the Tigers.
And they will face a new pitcher for Alabama, number 4, Riley Quick, a 6'6" freshman from Hewitt-Trussville. 6'6", 260 pounds for the right-hander. Quick is 1-1 in 14 appearances. He has 2 saves this year. All 14 outings in relief. 1-1, a 3.60 earned run average. 20 innings, 18 hits, 9 runs, 8 earned. He has walked 17 in 20 innings, so make him throw strikes. He struck out 23. He has thrown 5 wild pitches. He's hit a couple of batters, given up a double and a homer. And opposition is hitting .234 off the freshman Riley Quick. Hagen Banks, 1 inning, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He hit a batter, did not give up a hit. He threw 15 pitches, 10 of them for strikes, and now it's Riley Quick, the freshman, who is on.
And let me make a correction. Auburn in that last half inning went to Justin Kirby in right field, and he will lead off the Auburn 8th inning. I apologize for not getting Justin in the ballgame. Kirby gets his first at bat of the tournament. Takes a strike on the outside corner.
I didn't realize that either, Andy.
Now the line to the 0-1. Kirby takes a strike. Goodness gracious. 0-2 the count to Kirby on a pitch that appeared to be low. Here's the 0-2. Swing, and he lifts it up off the right side out of play.
Kirby's first at bat here in the SEC tournament. Never know when you need a guy with his experience come regional play.
Oh, 2, he swings and misses.
Chased one down and away, got behind in the count, and had to reach.
Pitch that was well outside, yeah. Just couldn't hold on. Here's Cooper McMurray. Cooper is 0 for 2. Wind and delivery. Tried to hold up on a pitch on the inside, it hit him, and they're going to say that he swung on the pitch.
Yeah.
That's what the home plate umpire said.
I think that's the right call. I think he was all the way around.
0-1 to Cooper. Foul back, 0-2.
Nothing but strikes here for Quick.
Auburn has been held to 3 runs on just 5 base hits. Quick winds and fires. McMurray pops it up. Foul, left side, over the Auburn dugout and out of play. About 8 rows deep.
So it would take 4 more runs to tie the game. If you get to 7, if Auburn is not able to do that, you have to go all the way back to the middle of April to find 2 games in a row without 7 runs scored. Shows you the job this team has done offensively over the last 6 weeks.
And the job that Alabama has done pitching today and Vanderbilt last night. Pitch. McMurray took it low. An appeal to third. He did not go around.
Well, he barely flinched. You know, we don't have to ask every time.
One ball and 2 strikes to McMurray. The wind of the pitch. Cooper swings and hits one to center. Rose is back a few steps and makes the catch 2 down. And here's Case and Howell. Case into the plate, 1 for 2 on the day. He's singled, he has grounded out, and he has walked. Tied the Auburn record for games played today with Jay Wagner in a career. Pitch, and he swings and fouls it back. And Quick has come in throwing strikes. You talked about how at times he gets behind in the count. Boy, that's not been the case here in this inning.
Nope.
Wind to the 0-1. Missed outside, a ball and a strike. 246 career games for Case Howell. In his Auburn career, he will break it in the first round in all likelihood of the NCAA regional, unless Auburn can come from behind. That misses low, 2-1 now to Case.
That's a lot of baseball games. That's a lot of college baseball games.
It is. 2 balls and a strike to Howell, 2 outs and nobody on for Auburn. Tigers trail 7-3. We're in the top of the 8th. Wind of the pitch. Outside. Now 3-1 the count. 7-3, Alabama on top. 3-1 delivery. Ball 4, Howell's aboard.
Been on base 3 times today. And another 2-out base runner for Auburn.
He's been on base all 3 times with 2 outs in an inning today.
That's right.
And now Brody Wortham at the plate. RBI single in the second. He's grounded out twice since then. He's raised his average to 200 today.
Yep, 5 for 25.
Quick stretches, pitches. Right down the middle with a fastball at 93. You're down, you're up 7-3. All you're trying to do right now is throw strikes, right?
Positively.
0-1 to Wortham. Here's the pitch. Swing on the line drive, base hit into right center field. Howell clips the bag at second. He's on his way to third. It's a 2-hit day for Brody Wortham.
Good for Brody. Both hits have gone the other way, too. One down the right field line and another to right center. And Cam Hill is going to get a chance to hit here for the Tigers in the number 9 hole. Maybe.
Nope. Going to be Mikey Bello. I think we'll see Ryan Dial come in to catch for Auburn in the bottom of the 8th. So Mike Bello is on to pitch hit for the Tigers. We just want to keep it alive, get it to the top of the order here.
Yep.
Mike is batting 161. He's 5 for 31. Stretched by Quick in the pitch. Strike call in the outside corner.
Bello 1 for 13 against SEC pitching.
Runners at the corners with 2 down in the top of the 8th. Stretch and pitch. Up the left side, foul. Cason Howell had to skip rope to get out of the way and foul ground. And Bellows behind 0-2. Wright was 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Nate LaRue batted once. He was 0 for 1. And now Bellows behind 0-2. Stretch. And the 0-2. Missed outside, a ball and 2 strikes. Good hold on the left side of the infield. Bello wants to poke one through off the left side. Howell at third and Wortham at first. Auburn down 7-3, 2 outs, and the top of the 8th. Here's the 1-2. High and outside, 2-2. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification of the Auburn Sports Network. Two and 2 to Bello. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Quick stretches. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 call. Good pitch. And the number 9 hole of the Auburn order today is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 men left for Auburn. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Alabama 7, Auburn 3. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
It's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. COVID and flu vaccines are an important tool to help stop the pandemic. The Alabama Department of Public Health is offering the COVID and flu vaccines to anyone 6 months and older. COVID and flu are still on the rise. Don't let COVID and flu stop you from supporting your favorite team. Continue to help protect yourself, your friends, and our campus by getting the COVID and flu vaccines. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
We go to the bottom of the 8th. Alabama on top 7-3. Ike Irish has come in. He will catch now for Auburn. As we mentioned before, Justin Kirby was actually in the game for Auburn in the bottom of the 7th. I think the 7th, either the 6th or the 7th. He's been out there at right, replacing Pierce. McMurray, Wortham, Ware, and Foster on the infield. Stanfield, Howell, and Kirby from left to right. And Irish behind the plate. And Jim Jarvis, the leadoff man for Alabama, to the plate against Will Cannon. Wind and the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Foster behind the bag, throws to first for the out. Nicely played by Cole. One down. And here is William Hameter. He came on for Tommy Seidel after Seidel was hit by a pitch in the, reached on a single in the fourth. And they took him out of the ball game. We understand it's a lower leg taken out of the game for precautionary reasons. Pitch on the way to Hameter. Swings and pops up the first pitch, left side, foul ground. Ware gives chase, and there's 2 outs.
That's a really tough play to make. You're looking back into the sun. It's a clear day. Battling the sun at that angle, running away from the bag at third, dealing with some backspin.
Yeah.
Good play.
2 down, and here's Andrew Pinckney. Auburn will have the top of the order up in the top of the 9th. The Tigers hoping it's just a 4-run lead for Alabama when that top of the order comes up. Here's Andrew Pinckney. 1 for 3 with a sacrifice fly and an RBI single. His 53rd, 54th runs batted in. The pitch outside, ball 1. Right fielder for the Crimson Tide, batting .351 on the year. 16 homers, 54 runs batted in. That misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Pinckney. Alabama leads 7-3. About hit the Tigers 14-6. Wind and delivery. On a hop to Foster at short. He throws to first, and Will Cannon sets down Alabama in order for the first time today. We go to the top of the 9th and work to be done for Auburn. The Tigers trail by a score of 7-3. And this is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
AuburnTigers.com is the official website of Auburn Athletics. Read the latest feature stories on your favorite Tiger teams. Get critical game day info. Search videos and audio. Find how to get connected through social and digital media, or by joining Tigers Unlimited. Shop the AU Photo Store, or just find the next event on the athletic calendar. Plus, all athletics broadcasts are streamed free at AuburnTigers.com/watch. AuburnTigers.com, the official online home of Auburn Athletics.
When you see the SEC student athlete, it's easy to picture the swing, the stance, the form. But look closer, and you'll see the heart, the brain, the clutch lab partner, the avid two-stepper, the pride of a hometown, and a little brother's hero. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Top of the order for Auburn to face Riley Quick. Tigers trail 7-3 in the top of the 9th. And Conecuh Sausage is proud to sponsor Auburn baseball. Conecuh Smoked Sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, and now you can enjoy their grilled sausage dogs and premium hot dogs inside Plainsman Park. Conecuh is still family owned, made in Evergreen, Alabama since 1947. Make Conecuh Sausage part of your game day. Chris Stanfield, Cole Foster, and Bryson Ware for Auburn in the 9th. Tigers trail 7-3. Have been out hit 14-6. Stanfield has one of Auburn's 6 base hits. Riley Quick winds and fires. Stanfield takes it off the inside corner for ball 1.
Just need base runners.
The wind and the pitch. Stanfield jumps on a fastball and fouls it off the right side out of play. Chris with 8 doubles, 2 triples, and 3 home runs in his freshman campaign. Now the 1-1. Inside, almost hit him, 2-1. Top of the order for the Tigers, down 4 in the top of the 9th. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Stanfield. Missed outside, 3-1.
Remember, Alabama had a 3-run lead going to the bottom of the 11th last night against Florida.
3-1 pitch, Stanfield takes a strike. Full count.
Gators came all the way back, won the game. Alabama didn't record an out in the bottom of the 11th.
Full count now to Stanfield. Quick, winds and fires. Chris chops it foul at the plate. Three-two pitch on the way. Stanfield chops it foul. In between third and Auburn third base coach Gabriel Gross.
Nice job by the freshman to battle here. It's freshman against freshman. With Auburn down 4 in the 9th inning, he's fouled off a couple with 2 strikes.
Chokes up just a bit with this full count pitch coming home. Here it is. He walked it. Good at bat by Stanfield, and that's the way to start it for Auburn. Leadoff man is on. Second walk surrendered by Quick. And here's Cole Foster. And Auburn needs another one of those at-bats that we just saw from Stanfield. They do not hold Stanfield at first. Leading by 4 in the 9th. Stretch by Quick. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 1. Stanfield back to the bag. Carl Nonemaker, Auburn's first base coach, said something to him there. He gets out to a pretty good lead. First baseman Williamson behind him. Stretch, he goes. The pitch. Foster takes it low. Throw to second base is not in time. Stanfield came off the bag just a bit, but got back to the bag. And Chris has his second stolen base of the day and his 8th of the season. The ball and a strike now to Foster. Leadoff man on for Auburn. Both times Auburn's had a leadoff man, or one time Auburn's had a leadoff man on, he scored. Now the 1-1. Outside corner for strike 2.
And now the shift is on. Third baseman Shelton over to the second base spot.
Just poke one through the left side here, Cole.
Sure.
And Stanfield will go to third because there's nobody covering. I don't even know if that's a stolen base.
Yeah.
But he's at third base. And now Foster calls time. And the pitcher's been called for a ball, I think. A clock violation. I think it's 2-2. I think. Butch Thompson is talking with the home plate umpire.
And he just gave him a thumbs up. So he understands the explanation.
All right, so it is 1-2.
Yep.
Quick stretches. And the pitch. Foster, left side base hit. Here comes Stanfield. Nice job, Cole Foster. They put the shift on and he hit it where they weren't.
And you could tell that he did that 100% on purpose. It was about a 3/4 swing. The equivalent of underhand rolling the ball out to the left side. Hit against the shift, an easy slow roller for an RBI single.
And for Cole, his 49th run batted in, and here's Bryson Ware, and it's a 7-4 game.
A 2-strike RBI of Auburn's own there from Cole Foster.
Very own. Pitch on the way. Outside, ball 1. By the way, Stanfield was credited with a steal of second and third.
So 3 stolen bases in the game.
The ball and no strikes to Bryson Ware. Auburn down 7-4. Nobody out, top of the 9th. Here's the stretch. Here's the pitch. Strike call on the outside corner, 1-1. Boy, they are painting the corner right now, aren't they?
Senior right-hander Hunter Hoops is throwing for Alabama in the bullpen, in case it gets a little stickier.
Foster at first, nobody out for Auburn to run home. Tigers trail by 3. 1-1 pitch. Ware chops it to the third baseman, Fowler. Fielded by Shelton, but in foul ground. And Bryson's behind the ball and 2 strikes. Hit his 24th homer, a record-setting 24th homer in the 6th. He is 1 for 3 on the day. Ike Irish just outside the on-deck circle for Auburn. A run home here. Tigers down 3. Top of the 9th. Stretch and pitch. Inside. Almost got him. 2-2 to Bryson.
Now, the last time on a 3-2 pitch, they tried to freeze him with a fastball on the outside corner. That was a couple of pitchers ago.
He chokes up a bit, waiting for the 2-2 pitch from Quick. Here it is. Foul ball off the glove of the catcher. A high fastball that he got a piece of, and then Gassetti just couldn't quite hang on. Count remains 2-2.
Banks, the closer for Alabama, pitched each of the last 2 days.
Foster leads from first. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ware the pitch. Got him swinging on a slider that was ball 3.
Yep.
First out. Good pitch by Quick. Bryson couldn't hold up. Just couldn't hold off the pitch. It was 4 inches outside. Oh, got it. 1 down for Ike Irish. That's a big strikeout for Alabama and Riley Quick. Now 1 out in the top of the 9th. Stretch in the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Foster gets his lead. They do not hold him on at first base now. The pitch. Ball 2 to Irish. And time called by Matt Gassetti to head out to the talk it over with Quick. Justin Kirby on deck for Auburn. Ike Irish is 1 for 4 today with a double back in the 6th. He came home to score. He's also struck out twice and flied to left. A leadoff walk for Stanfield. They didn't hold him on and then went to a shift, so he stole second and third and scored on the single to left by Foster. Cole is at first with 1 out. Alabama leads Auburn 7-4 in the top of the 9th. 2-0 the count to Irish. Here's the pitch. Strike call on the outside corner on a good slider from Quick. 2 balls and a strike. Foster leads from first. Now the 2-1. Strike 2, another slider. Two balls and 2 strikes to Ike Irish. 1 out, top of the 9th. Auburn trails 7-4. Foster gets his lead at first. The pitch. High and outside, 3-2. Fastball that missed. Full count now to Irish. 1 down in the 9th. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Just missed with a slider. Second walk of the inning by Quick. And Justin Kirby strides to the plate for Auburn. Kirby with 8 home runs and 29 runs batted in. And that may be all for Riley Quick. Meeting on the mound. And the interim head coach, Jason Jackson, is out. A right-hander in the pen right now for the Crimson Tide. And he's ready to go And with Kirby at the plate, runners at first and second, and Auburn down by 3 in the top of the 9th, Alabama makes a Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen.
Conecuh sausage is a product we all know and love, and it's the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, patented blend of seasonings, all natural casings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true southern flavor. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog or premium hot dog while watching the Tigers, and make Conecuh part of your game day or any day. Conecuh sausage is celebrating their 75th year in the Sessions family, making their premium smoked sausage in Evergreen, Alabama. Be sure to visit the new Conecuh gift shop right off I-65 and exit 96.
The new pitcher for Alabama, and the Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen for the Crimson Tide, is number 88, Hunter Hoops. 1-1 on the year, a 2.25 earned run average. This is just his 5th relief appearance of the season. 8 innings, 2 runs both earned on 7 hits, 9 strikeouts, 4 walks, no homers, and opponents are hitting .250 against Riley Hoops. On the roster that I have, he is not listed. Trying to get his particulars. Right-hander, 6'1", 200 pounds, a grad student from Fairfax, Virginia. He played at John A. Logan Community College. And he comes on now for Alabama with runners at first and second for Auburn and 1 out. Riley Hoops, the new pitcher for the Crimson Tide. He will get Justin Kirby to lead off the inning, or to bat his first at bat. Kirby came on to play defense first. His only at bat was in the 8th. He led off the inning with a strikeout. And he now comes to the plate against Hunter Hoops. Auburn trails 7-4. Runners at first and second, 1 out in the Auburn 9th. Kirby, the transfer from Kent State. To the plate, runners at first and second and 1 out. Pitch is ball 1. His last home run came against Georgia in Game 2. Pitch, high and outside, 2-0. On March 24th. Since then, for the most part, Bobby Pierce has been in the lineup and right. 2 balls and no strikes to Kirby, the pitch. There's the strike from Hoops, down the middle. 2 balls and a strike to Kirby. Batting .248 on the season. 8 homers and 29 runs batted in. Runners get their leads at first and second. The stretch of the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he threw the fastball by him at 89. 2-2 to Kirby. McMurray on deck for Auburn. Foster at second and Irish at first. Tigers trail 7-3. Excuse me, 7-4. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3 to Kirby. Count goes full. Full count to Justin Kirby. What will Hunter Hoops throw here? It's been all fastballs so far. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on a fastball. And it's up to Cooper McMurray to keep this game going for Auburn. Cooper walked and scored in the second. He struck out, grounded out to first, and flying into center. McMurray has 14 homers, 47 runs batted in. As Hoops comes set, and the pitch. High, ball one. The winner moves on to play around 6:15, 6:30 tomorrow night against the loser of Vanderbilt, Florida. The winner goes home and gets set to host, hopefully, the NCAA tournament. 1-0 to McMurray, the pitch. Popped up. Into shallow left. Jarvis underneath this one. And he makes the catch, and Alabama wins. Auburn gets a run on one hit in the ninth. Leaves runners at first and second as the game comes to a close. Final score, Alabama 7, Auburn 4. Stay tuned, Auburn baseball continues in a moment.